Mariah Carey, the iconic diva known for her 5-octave vocal range and chart-topping hits, has once again stirred the pot in her decades-long rumored rivalry with Jennifer Lopez. The 56-year-old songstress, celebrated for timeless classics like All I Want for Christmas Is You and We Belong Together, recently made headlines with a triumphant return to the stage, which some interpret as a subtle jab at Lopez, who has faced challenges in her music career recently. This latest chapter in their storied feud has reignited discussions among fans and media alike, bringing back memories of Carey's infamous "I don't know her" comment from the early 2000s, a moment that has since become a cultural touchstone. The origins of the Carey-Lopez feud trace back to the late 1990s and early 2000s, a period when both artists were navigating their careers under the same record label, Sony Music, managed by Carey's then-husband, Tommy Mottola. Tensions reportedly arose due to a sampling controversy involving Carey's song Loverboy and Lopez's I'm Real, both released in 2001. The controversy centered on the use of a sample from Yellow Magic Orchestra's Firecracker, which Carey had intended for her track. However, Mottola, who was reportedly favoring Lopez after his divorce from Carey, allegedly redirected the sample to Lopez's song, leaving Carey to rework her track with a different sample. This incident fueled speculation of a deliberate attempt to sabotage Carey's career, setting the stage for their public rivalry. Carey's now iconic "I don't know her" quip came around 2003 during an interview with a German television program. When asked about Lopez, Carey responded with a sly smile and a head shake, saying, "I don't know her," a phrase that instantly became a meme and a defining moment in pop culture. The comment was perceived as a masterclass in subtle shade, with Carey distancing herself from Lopez while simultaneously asserting her own status as a vocal powerhouse. Over the years, Carey has revisited the phrase in various interviews, including a 2005 MTV discussion where she said, "I don't even know her. We kind of just said hello once or twice," and a 2016 TMZ exchange where she reiterated, "I still don't know her." Each time, Carey maintained that the comment was not meant as an insult but rather a reflection of their lack of personal acquaintance. The feud, while often downplayed by both artists, has been kept alive by media narratives and fan speculation. In her 2020 memoir The Meaning of Mariah Carey, Carey referenced Lopez indirectly, describing her as another female entertainer on Sony, whom I don't know, a nod to the earlier controversy. Lopez, for her part, has consistently denied any personal animosity. In a 2014 appearance on Watch What Happens Live, she told host Andy Cohen, "I don't have a feud against her at all. I know from back in the day I've read things that she said about me that were not the greatest, but we have never met. Like, we don't know each other." Lopez's diplomatic response highlighted her attempt to rise above the drama, but the media's fascination with pitting the two women against each other persisted. The latest spark in this ongoing saga came with Carey's return to the spotlight. After a period of relative quiet, Carey has been basking in the success of her recent performances, particularly a high-profile Las Vegas residency that has drawn significant ticket sales. Insiders suggest that Carey views her comeback as a triumph, especially in light of Lopez's recent professional setbacks. Lopez, 55, faced challenges with the cancellation of her planned concert tour and public scrutiny over her personal life, including her marriage to Ben Affleck. According to sources, Carey has taken a degree of satisfaction in Lopez's struggles, with one insider claiming, she believes it's karma biting her in the butt because she's not as talented as she thinks and way too arrogant. This sentiment echoes earlier reports from August 2024, when Carey was said to be extra excited to prove her staying power after Lopez's tour cancellation. The contrast between Carey and Lopez has always been a point of discussion. Carey, often hailed as one of the greatest vocalists of her generation, has built a legacy on her songwriting and vocal prowess. Her ability to craft hits across genres from pop to R&B has earned her a devoted fanbase and critical acclaim. Lopez, on the other hand, has carved out a multifaceted career as a dancer, actress, and singer, with her strengths lying in her charisma, stage presence, and versatility. Critics have noted that Lopez's vocal abilities, while serviceable, do not match Carey's technical mastery, a point that has fueled comparisons and debates. For instance, Lopez's hit "Waiting for Tonight" showcases her dance skills and visual appeal, but some argue it lacks the vocal depth of Carey's ballads. The feud has also been shaped by broader cultural dynamics. Musicologists and commentators have pointed out that the media's role in creating and perpetuating rivalries between female artists often carries undertones of sexism and racism. Carey, who is of mixed heritage, has faced scrutiny throughout her career for her identity and public persona, with some critics labeling her diva image as problematic. The "I don't know her" meme, while celebrated for its humor, has been analyzed as emblematic of how female artists are pitted against each other, with Carey's shade interpreted as both empowering and divisive. Lopez, a Latina icon, has similarly navigated stereotypes and expectations, making the feud a complex interplay of talent, identity, and media narratives. Recent events have added new layers to the story. Carey's Las Vegas residency, described as a lucrative comeback, has been a focal point of her resurgence. The shows, which feature a mix of her classic hits and newer material, have drawn large crowds and positive reviews. Fans have praised Carey's ability to command the stage at 56, with her performances showcasing her vocal range and theatrical flair. Meanwhile, Lopez's struggles have been well documented. Her tour cancellation was attributed to low ticket sales, and her personal life, particularly her rumored marital issues, has kept her in the headlines for reasons other than her music. The contrast between Carey's success and Lopez's challenges has reignited speculation about their rivalry, with fans on social media drawing parallels to Carey's earlier comments. The feud has also extended beyond Carey and Lopez themselves, influencing pop culture at large. Carey's "I don't know her" has been adopted by other celebrities and even referenced in political commentary, with figures like Donald Trump likened to Carey for their selective amnesia about certain relationships. The phrase has been celebrated as a hallmark of Carey's Queen of Shade persona, with outlets like Billboard and Elle ranking it among her most iconic moments. However, it has also sparked debate about the ethics of public feuds and the media's role in amplifying them.